Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream. We're doing something different today. We'll switch from car racing to motorcycle racing today. This is MotoGP 2019, came out 3 days ago or something like that. And it's pretty good, looks really nice. It's on Unreal Engine 4. And we're gonna do some single player racing today. Maybe get into some multiplayer racing, but probably not. Don't think I'm good enough for that yet. Hello, the Finn Raven, Pascal. Yeah, so this game supposedly has a neural AI, a machine learning artificial intelligence that learns how to ride the tracks and behave more human-like. And I've done a little bit of testing. I think I've spent like 10 hours so far in the game, and it's actually quite fun. Yeah, let's just do some races. I don't know if I should do a championship or if I should start a career. I'll definitely do some Moto3 racing though, because I find them more easy to control. This game is actually quite difficult for me as a sim racer that is used to braking points of cars. It's so easy to brake too late in this game. You have to consider, you know, obviously motorcycles, they don't have downforce like cars do, like a Formula 1 car does. So the braking distances are much longer, and it's a bit difficult to get used to that if you're coming from car racing. But nonetheless, we'll do some Moto3 probably, maybe some Moto2 later, and if you guys want, we can do some MotoGP as well. But yeah, I'm more competitive in the Moto3 right now. I'm having some really good races actually against the AI. So let's see what we can get into. Right. Hi Dirk, how's it going? So what shall we do? Should I just start over with my career? I think we can do that. Let's do a new career. I've already started one, but doesn't matter. We'll do a standard career. Keep it a bit more casual. And we will start off in Moto3. There's also the Rookies Cup. And they have another class, or some more classes outside of the career. The Moto E, the electric bikes, and some historic classes as well. But we'll do Moto3. There's super close racing in Moto3. I really like that. Let's see, which one should we pick? Doesn't really matter. Let's go with the KTM Redux. Yeah, so I've been enjoying this game quite a bit. It's a lot of fun racing against the AI. I'm not sure how much of that is because it's neural, but okay, it explains all the things here, but it's pretty straightforward. We'll go, however, into the race options, and we're gonna keep the race length at 6 laps at realistic difficulty. Tire wear, not a big fan of that because I don't know how well the AI or how much wear the AI actually has, and I try to keep the races close to each other. Hey, Sabine van Vuren, yeah, me too. It's gonna be fun, I think. I had some really good races in this game actually. Yeah, that's that. So let's go back and see what else we can check out here. There's research and development, but I think that's all automatic. So let's just start off our career with the first weekend. Riding aids. I'm using no auto brakes, no joint brakes, no off-track help, no ideal trajectory, manual gearbox. But I do, however, keep the rewind on because it's very easy to make a mistake, and it's cool if we can just rewind and don't have to start the whole race over or mess up our standings. So yeah, let's do this. First track is the Qatar Grand Prix, Losail International Circuit. There's quite a few tracks in here. Most of them I know, some I don't. But Losail Circuit, I've done a few races here, I think I'm pretty confident. I know, but how's it going? So what I was thinking what we should do is just skip all the practice sessions and qualifyings and just go straight into the race. Because at 100% difficulty I might have a chance at winning from the back of the grid. That way we'll have the most action in the races. Yeah. Let's go. Hey, no worries, Lead Belly. Hope you like them.
Greetings to all our viewers from the peninsula of Qatar.
By the way, I'm using Xbox 360 controller, in case you're wondering. Not using my wheel for this.
Will be revving their engines. The weather forecast for the race is good, and the riders have let us know that the track conditions aren't causing them any worries. We're moving now to the Moto3 class grid, where engineers and technicians are ironing out the last few details before the race starts. There's a track engineer.
This is pretty cool. You can have a guided setup if you tell the engineer what issues you're having. Then he will make setup changes for you. That's pretty cool, actually. Not sure how well this really works, if it makes you actually faster. I'll just do default setup. Yeah, I think we're ready to start our first race here. So I'll be starting at the very back, but the AI is not very good at starts, so we should be able to overtake quite a few riders in the first few corners. And then there's usually a small group in the front that is a bit more tough to overtake. Yeah, I think I know this track pretty well. On some other tracks I might have more difficulties winning or getting on podium with the setup like this, but it should be fun.
Qatar Motorcycle Grand Prix will start shortly.
I'll be riding in third person because it's much easier.
Illuminated racetrack.
First person, it's a bit wonky with the camera movement. You have not only to judge your bike but also the cameras. It's a bit difficult. Okay, off we go. First race. Always early on the brakes. See, I'm much quicker at corner exits here. But the AI is actually coming back sometimes. See, we gained a lot of places already. So qualifying is overrated. And I think the qualifying times are actually not even real times, they're just scripted. And usually I get pole position in the qualifying, but then in the race the AI is much quicker than in quali, so it's a bit weird. So no real point doing a qualifying. Game is looking really good. I'm running it in 4K on a 1080p monitor. So it's actually looking quite sharp. Not so sharp in 1080 resolution, but in 4K it is looking really nice. So we're up into P8 already. Now it's gonna get tougher and tougher, of course. Well, the driving aids are all off. It's just the rewind that I enabled. So it's really pro physics, if I understand correctly. Hi, John. Yeah, I just basically I stream whatever I feel like streaming. And with this game out, I thought it would be nice to show you guys because it actually is quite fun. And maybe some of you are interested. Probably not many of you are into motorbikes that much, or the motorcycle sims at least. Most of you probably enjoy watching the MotoGP. I know I do. But you know, riding a sim with a gamepad, it's just not the same as with a car sim where you can use a wheel. But nonetheless, it's actually quite fun. I do enjoy it myself. Got blocked on the exit here. Yeah, race at Mugello was good. I like the MotoGP class, but I also like the Moto3 and Moto2 races. They're usually so close, especially Moto3. It's insane how close those races are, how many overtakes there are. Obviously there's super long braking zones, so that's easy to overtake there, and lots of slipstream action, and no dirty air from too much downforce, so it's a lot of action in the races. Yeah, having pretty nice fights here already, as you can see. If I just manage to stay focused and hit all my apexes, should be able to overtake a few more cars. Nice AI coming back, but got compromised on the exit. This is funny here, you can see the AI ahead of me is like driving zigzags on the straights. It's an issue with this track, I haven't seen this anywhere else. It's a bit weird. It really took me a while to... Wow! Damn, AI is aggressive. Took me a while to get used to those braking points. Especially MotoGP, they're so quick, but you have to be on the brakes very early to be able to make the corners. Completely different to a car sim, where you can brake at 150 meters. You have to brake like 250 meters here. Yeah, TT is a nice game as well. They've done a really nice job with the track, and I just saw that they announced TT Isle of Man 2 coming out in 2020. I wonder what they're gonna do differently in that game, because, you know, there's the bikes and the track, and it's not gonna change so much, so they have to do some pretty comprehensive changes in order to warrant a new purchase for the users. So I'm thinking maybe they will add VR support this time. It would make total sense for them to do that. And we're up to P3. 3 laps to go. I think we might have a chance at winning this first race in the career. The physics in TT Isle of Man are a bit weird. Sometimes it's very easy to lock the front wheel and stuff like that, and it feels a bit strange sometimes. Trying to get into the slipstream here. Fight for the lead is on. Wow. AI is fighting really nice. Really have to say, I do enjoy the AI in this game. Like I said earlier, I don't know if the neural AI thing is just marketing or if it actually helped with the AI. I remember in MotoGP 2017, it was the last game I played, the AI was maybe not as good, but I also did enjoy that game. But this is definitely an improvement. Went a little bit wide there. Yeah, so I used some third-party application to play TT Isle of Man in VR. You might have seen the video I've uploaded. I mean, of course it's not real VR. It's more like a giant screen in front of you that is 3D. It's kind of cool. You can look around, look to the apexes and stuff like that. You don't really notice. If you scale up the screen, you feel like you're in VR. But obviously not as good as native VR support. And since you really need to scale up the screen in front of you to feel like you're actually in VR, you lose quite a bit of resolution with the Vortex software, so it's not ideal. And that game, you know, stuff comes flying at you so quickly when you're driving quick through the forest and stuff like that. You really need to look far, far ahead, and if the resolution is crap, then that's a problem in VR. But it's an immersive experience nonetheless. Look at him go zigzag. Okay, we're taking the lead with 2 more laps to go. Let's see if he comes back at us. He will probably try something here into turn 1. Yeah, they always do that. Then they go wide, and wow, contact. That was close. This game actually teaches you a lot about line choice. There's so many different lines you can take on a motorcycle. Oh, fight is on here. He's not giving up yet. Oi, oi, oi. That was harsh, but he had a very bad exit because of that line. In general, the AI is not great at corner exits. But it's cool to see them trying to come back at you. But I think we're safe now. If we don't mess up, then this should be our first victory. I've done some races where I did qualifying and qualified, you know, not last, and then I was able to win even at 120%, which is maximum difficulty. So overall, I think the AI is still a bit too easy, you know, for a more experienced player. I'm not that good at this game, so if I can beat the AI at 120%, that's not a good sign. See if we can pull off a wheelie. We have the anti-wheelie aid on. I can see if I can reduce that. Can I change the riding style? Yeah, you can change visually how the rider animates. Like if he pulls a wheel off on the braking, or if he leans more shoulder out or knee down and stuff like that. You can change that, yeah. Does it make a difference in how it handles? I doubt it. I think it's just a visual thing. I might be wrong. Somebody let me know if he knows, but I don't think it makes a difference. So Moto3 is quite easy, but when it gets to the MotoGP bikes, man, it becomes far more challenging. the biggest issue I have is finding the braking points. Also, you can see there's no brake markers anywhere in any of the corners, so it's... I don't know if that's... Don't they have that in real life either? I've not seen any braking markers anywhere on these tracks. As if it wasn't difficult enough to find the braking point. They don't give you that either. Phillip Island I haven't actually ridden at all yet. It's one of the tracks I'm not so familiar with, so I would need to spend some time practicing on that circuit. But I do remember the track. It's a nice one, if I remember correctly. Isn't the V8 supercars driving there as well, aren't they? So, a few more corners. Oh no, that was the last corner. No, really, no. Well, first victory. But this track is a bit easier. There's some tracks that I don't know so well, and we'll probably have more difficulties
the stars
there.
Of this exciting race are finishing the final lap. Let's take advantage of these moments to take a look at the Moto3 final ranking.
Wow, the sun is glaring through the window. Okay, that was fun.
This victory is the cherry on top of an exhausting weekend. If his team keeps working like this, it will be really difficult for his opponents to overtake him.
Tourist trophy on PS2? No, I haven't. I haven't played many motorcycle games at all. To be frank, I did play MotoGP 2 like 15 years ago, and I do play some of the motocross games that Milestone makes as well. MXGP. There's a new one coming out of that as well. We'll see if I will get that one or not. So, next track. Argentina, Gran Premio República of Argentina, yeah, Termas de Rio Hondo. I don't know this track at all, but I think it's quite easy if I remember correctly, so we'll just go straight into the race again.
Hello and welcome to the Thrustmaster Rio
Hasn't rained yet.
in Argentina for live coverage of the Moto.
The rain is looking pretty good as well.
And the Moto3 race will begin. Right now we are at the
But there is currently a bug, I think, with the 4K resolution.
The
The rain is coming like sideways instead of towards you when you're riding, so that's a bit weird. Maybe they will fix that.
Everything here is ready to start the race at Thrustmaster Rio Hondo. Riders just have one more thing on.
Alright, race 2. I think I have to be a little more concentrated at this track because I don't know it so well. Off to a good start. I don't know why they're getting so slowly out of the corners, especially at the start. But it's the group in the front that usually is really competitive in the end of the race. The race start, it's very easy to overtake tons of riders. See, no brake markers at all. You have to like guess a little bit. The curbs are a little bit indicators of where you need a brake. I like how smooth this game feels when you're cornering. I feel like the older ones were a little bit more stiff and twitchy. Oh, that was a bit late on the brakes there. just kept it on the road. We're gonna get a good exit though with this line. See, that's what I mean with the different lines in motor racing. It's quite different from car racing. Car racing, there's really only one line that works best. With motorcycles, there's a lot of lines that you can make work somehow. I mean, there's still probably just one fastest line. Oh my god. See, that's why we have a rewind, because otherwise race will be ruined. So that's why I'm doing the standard career, not the pro career. All the driving assists are off, so the physics are running as simulation as they can get. It's just a rewind that I don't wanna lose that one, because it's just nicer that way, instead of restarting, or you know, I'm not taking this game so seriously like I'm taking my racing sims. But even in the racing sims, you know, if you're crashing in corner 1 or 2 playing against the AI, you'll just restart. Of course, in multiplayer you can't do that. But I'm not that hardcore of a motorcycle player to be playing online much. I really enjoy racing against this AI, like I said. I like this track because you can really see the corners really well. There's no blind corners that you have to know the track. It's quite easy to judge the corners. So, we're on the podium, but this is where it gets interesting. The top guys, they are fighting back. So much fun fighting the AI here, to be honest. Let's see if we can catch the leader. This is quick. It's quite a big gap. We have 4 more laps to do. If we keep it mistake-free, we might have a chance. Obviously these bikes don't have that much power. The MotoGP bikes, you have a lot more problems with traction, although they do have traction control, but you have to be definitely more careful with your power delivery. It actually feels quite nice the way you get in trouble when you have wheel spin. The biggest issue I have, like I said, with these games are the brakes. And you have to operate the front brake separately from the rear brake, but you don't really use the rear brake too often. At least I don't. I don't know if you're supposed to use it. Maybe when you're braking from a high speed down to a slow speed corner would make sense, but then it's also very easy to get the rear wheel to wobble around, and you don't want that. So we're closing this gap. Not long now, my friend. The other difficult thing about motorcycle sims and games is changing direction. You have to think much further ahead because everything is a little less direct, because the rider has to move around, has to move the bike around, and it takes a little while. So you have to really look far ahead and plan ahead of what you need to do. And of course, the faster the bike, the more difficult that gets as well. So if you're riding through a chicane, like in Mugello, it's quite difficult to time the change of direction perfectly. These kind of corners are relatively easy, but yeah, when you have to move the bike from one side to the other, it gets more challenging in my experience. Wide line, gonna get a good exit hopefully. It's a bit too much angle there. Gonna take the wide line here, gonna come in hot. Okay, 2 more laps to go, but now we get a good slipstream into turn 1. Let's see who can brake later. He brakes later, but can he hold the line? He can. I usually get a pretty good exit compared to the AI. I think that's the point where they could still improve the AI. Nice. Got him. I just need to stay ahead for 2 more laps. Oh, that was very late from him. He's going wide. Very wide indeed. So yeah, this game runs on Unreal Engine 4, just like Assetto Corsa. But it seems a little bit more polished in my opinion than Assetto Corsa. It looks really, really, yeah, polished. No weird flickering or shadows popping up or blurriness. I mean, I'm using temporal AA as well here, same as in Assetto Corsa. I mean, I guess the difference is that I'm running this game in 4K as it allows me to do that, because I'm still on VSync and stable 60 FPS. I don't think I can maintain 60 FPS in Assetto Corsa running it on 4K, but I also think Assetto Corsa Competizione probably bottlenecks with the CPU, not the GPU so much, but yeah, this game looks really nice, I have to say. Can ride over the curbs pretty hard on the inside apexes, but going wide over curbs, it feels like that's not so fast. It feels like the power is cutting a little bit when you go over curbs. Or is it just because maybe traction control cuts the power? I think that might be it. So let's see what track is up next. Like I said, I think I know most of the tracks, but there's gonna be a few ones where I'll have problems winning the race and might need to use more of the rewind feature. Ooh, that was a track cut right there. Hey, thanks Boris. My skills are not the best in this game. I feel like I'm better at driving sims, car sims. But I've spent like 10 hours in this game, and I think I got at least a handle on the Moto3 bikes. MotoGP is still... I need more practice, I think. Get used to them braking points. Also a nice feature in this game is the historical challenges. Have a lot of historic bikes and riders, and then you have to do challenges like beat this guy on this track. They're recreating like historic moments from the championship. It's a pretty cool idea. And you can get bronze, silver and gold medal. Yeah. Like I said, I spent maybe 10 hours with this game now. And I think I got to grips with how this game handles. But maybe we'll do some MotoGP class later, and then you'll see me suck at riding those bikes. Moto3 is easy. But what I like about Moto3 is the close battles with the opponents. MotoGP, usually the riders are a little bit further apart from each other in the races. Not that much though, either, because racing in MotoGP is insanely close. So much action, so many overtakes. If you compare it to F1, can't really compare it. It's just really amazing that way.
While Park 30 starts to fill up with the stars of the race, we're going
I
to
watch
take a look at the
MotoGP
Moto3 race final ranking.
wherever I can catch it, really. Usually watch the English broadcasts. What is it, on
This
BT?
victory is the
BT
cherry
Sports?
on top of an exhausting weekend. If his team keeps working like this,
I used to watch it on Eurosport in German, but they're not showing it anymore. But it's on Servus TV. I didn't know that. Let me show you real quick the rider customization. You can change pretty much everything down to the riding style. This is where it kind of gets interesting. You can see shoulders out, body out, old school, elbows to the ground, centered, balanced. Currently I'm shoulders out, but maybe I should try body out. And then braking leg out, yes, feet at start. And how much fingers you use to brake. That's a pretty cool feature. And then obviously you have all the gear that you can customize, and there's even an editor. But I haven't really looked into this. Haven't had any chance to spend any time with this. I'm not particularly interested in doing so either. Yeah, let's continue. Let me show you here the historical challenges. That's pretty cool. 500cc heroes. These are all different challenges from real scenarios, and you get to ride historic motorbikes, and there's even some tracks in there that you can't race outside of the historical challenges. I've seen in Donington. I don't think that's part of the championship anymore. Hey Christopher. And of course they have esports as well, but it's not started yet. Yeah, let's continue our career in Moto3. We're going to the Circuit of the Americas. I quite like that track. It always reminds me a little bit of Suzuka.
Hello from Austin. We're here in Texas. In just a few minutes, we'll be bringing you the Moto3 race. The weather forecasts are very reassuring. We'll have
I
sunny
live in
weather
Sweden
for the
currently,
entire
Punisher, but
duration
I'm
of
from
the
Italy.
race.
But my native language is German. So
Here we are live
probably
from the
got you
Moto3 class
confused
starting
enough.
grid where riders and engineers are talking over the last few details before the race.
I also really like the presentation in this game. Like, it feels like an actual broadcast that you're watching. Really nice animations and graphics, cinematics. Reallöhne German. I do speak German, yeah. But the part from Italy where I come from, we speak a very weird version of German. A little bit like Austrian.
And get ready to race another US Grand Prix here at Austin.
That M5 though. Shame you can't drive that car. Alright, let's go. Get the inside or the outside line. We're going for the inside. Nice one. There's also this very cool mirage effect on the asphalt, you know, from the heat. You'll see it on the straight when we get there. See, this is where it gets a bit more tricky because you have to time your change of directions. But yeah, we made it up to the front, the group in the front. And these guys, they usually go a lot quicker than the middle field. It's a bit late on the rake. You see the mirage effect there in the distance? It's like this heat shimmering. There it is again. Might not see it on the stream because the bitrate is too low. But it looks really nice in full HD. It's probably not gonna take long until we get into a wet race. I've only had dry races so far. Man, maybe 100% AI difficulty is still a bit too low. Maybe I should increase it to 110 next time. But I really know this track quite well. Others, like I said, not so much. Why are they so slow out of the corners? That makes no sense. I do like that they're coming back, but then they have a bad exit again out of the corner. You know what, I might just increase the difficulty and start this race over. This seems a little bit too easy right now. Even starting all the way from the back. Let's see here, let's try and go up to 110 and start that over. Pierre's neural AI. Has he released it yet?
Hello from Austin. We're here in Texas. In just a few minutes, we'll be bringing you the Moto3 race. The weather forecasts are very reassuring. We're moving now to the Moto3 class.
Okay, let's see
While the race
how long it
officials
takes
are
this
waving the
time
green flag, the
till we
riders
take the lead. Oh, see daisy. Of course, that's cheating, rewinding, but what you gotta do. Wow, he got revenge there. I hit him first and he hit me back. There we go then. We're getting late on the brakes here. Going wide. Still too easy, max difficulty. Just wait, because those guys in the front, they are quicker than the guys you overtake at the start. That's always quite easy, no matter how difficult you go. But here it's where it gets interesting. Once you pass all the back markers, in most races there's like this front group of riders. Oops, going over the curb. Going wide again. Oopsie. A little bit of contact is normal in MotoGP. Need to get your elbows out. Man, talk about different line choices. Yeah, but yeah, you think you might be right. Maybe 120% would make more sense here on this track. See, this time I used rear brake as well because I was really late on the brake. It does make your bike a little bit unstable, but it's okay in the Moto3. In the MotoGP class, you really get into trouble if you lock your rear brake. You need to get that change of direction right, and then you can gain a lot on the exit. I was a bit too early this time. So that's the first E corner here, and then early on the throttle. Get into the slipstream. Might not even need slipstream here. Yeah, I'm using primarily the front brakes indeed. Like here you can use front and rear a little bit, but then as you turn in, it might be a good idea to let go of the rear brake, otherwise the rear axis gets a bit too unstable. Oh well, that was aggressive again here. Let's try a completely different line this time. Focus on the exit. Ah, missed that apex though. Yeah, we're already taking the lead with 3 laps to go. Well, we haven't overtaken him yet. But now, much better exit. Okay, let's do it on max difficulty here on this track. Extreme, 120%. I think it's still too easy. If I can do it like that, the really skilled players are like miles ahead. And I'm even starting from the last position as well. Let's see.
Hello from Austin. We're here in Texas.
Probably not.
In
Probably
just a few
not.
minutes, we'll be bringing you the Moto3 race. It was a long weekend for the Moto3, while the race of...
So this might actually be really challenging now. Let's stay focused for that. Haven't seen a crash yet. If you follow me on Twitter, I recorded a clip the other day of a nice high-sider. Animations look really good. Oops, missed that apex. I have to go wide here. That's not a good line. See, that was perfect change of direction right there. Good exit. Immediately getting a slipstream. Wasn't too long in there though. Double slipstream. Oops, he just ran into him. Stupid AI. Sometimes going into the corner you can use a little bit of the rear brake to make more direction. Oops, that was not a good line through that one. I've done quite a bit of practice on this circuit, so I think I'm fairly good at this circuit. Up to P3. Eat your words. Let's see if we can take the lead in this lap. I was a bit rough on that last overtake, but you know how it is. That's my kind of line. I was trying to focusing on the exit, getting a good drive out of the corner. Kinda is my driving style also in car racing. I think the AI is struggling with this circuit. On other tracks, I think they are faster at 120. That section, and we're taking the lead in lap 2. They're probably gonna come back here. Oops, that was not good. Lost the lead again. First person view, man, that is so difficult because the camera movement is putting me really off, because you not only have to judge what your bike is doing, you also have to factor in the way the camera moves, so it's really difficult to control your bike. And I also kind of prefer this view, because you see the rider and what the bike is doing. Let's give this a go though. There's this one, and there's another person view as well. More like a helmet cam. It's really difficult to see the track as well. This is the problematic one. In theory I like this, but you see how your head movement is different from the bike movement. It's messing with my head. This is the proper helmet cam, but I'm gonna stick to this one until I overtake this guy. Maybe I'll switch to helmet afterwards. We got 3 laps to go. I could probably get used to the helmet cam, but it requires much more practice to get used to that camera movement. And yeah, I mean, in a car simulation, of course, I will always drive from cockpit, because it just makes sense with the steering wheel and everything. But since I'm just sitting here with a controller, I'm not really that bothered whether or not I drive from cockpit or third person. Plus I just like the graphics of the rider, and it is much easier to control the bike like that, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I went in with the idea of that I want to use the cockpit cam, but I switched to this cam fairly quickly for the reasons I just mentioned. But if I had like a simulator for bikes, I would definitely ride it in cockpit view. I do ride in cockpit view in the TT Isle of Man game. For some reason it's much easier in that game, because the camera movement is not so much interfering with what you're trying to do. Oops, missed that apex. Okay, that was a bit harsh. I'll probably let him pass here again. Only to get him on the exit again. Alright, 2 more laps to go. 1 more lap, 2 more laps. Very different lines indeed. I like that, but I don't think the AI line is the quickest one. Much on the inside here. This is the least confusing onboard cam, because you don't really lean so much in this camera. You're always tucked in behind the windscreen. But it's still much more difficult to see where you're going. This is so difficult. It feels like, you know, the bike is moving underneath you, and it's so hard to judge how much the bike is gonna move compared to where your camera stays. It's a bit confusing. Of course, it's just a matter of getting used to it. Yeah. Yeah, right. AI is totally taking different lines here. I mean, Moto3 is still kind of manageable in this camera, but MotoGP is much more difficult in every regard. So this is the actual helmet cam. I don't like the muffled sound you get out of this though. It would be cool in VR though. I don't think changing your riding style has an effect on how these cameras move. Or maybe they do. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I would be surprised if that was the case. Oh, wow. Can't lose this win now. Let's switch back to this camera. Don't want to take the risk of losing that position. But yeah, that was an amazing race actually. But we did take the lead quite early on. So, still a bit too easy I think. I'm 120%. Do we have one more lap? No. Yeah, we do. Ah, I see, I see. Traction control is on. Same goes for anti-wheelie. And what's the third aid called EB? You can't see it actually because it's hidden behind my webcam. Let me show you here. See the display in the bottom right? You have the 3 different assists that you can manually adjust while riding. So there's traction control, anti-wheelie, and the third one, I'm not sure what that one is. Probably ABS. Whatever name it shows for that one. Electronic brakes. Engine brake. Ah, that makes sense. So if I increase that one, I'll have more engine brake, right? Why would you choose less engine brake? Ooh, that's gonna be a last corner fight here. Oh wow. Took him by surprise there. Very nice. This is what I like about bike racing. So many different lines. So So you can, it's quite easy to move on the inside of somebody and try an overtake, but then he'll have it easy to get you back on the exit. I mean, you can do it in car racing too, but it's much more pronounced in bike racing. See if I can pull off a wheelie. There we go.
While we wait for the cameras to take us to Parc Fermé to meet the
Less
stars of
engine
the
brakes
race,
in the
let's
rain.
take a
That
quick look at
would
the
make
Moto3
sense, yeah.
class final ranking.
Yeah, let's see what track is next. Might need to
This
readjust
victory is the cherry on top of an
the difficulty setting.
exhausting weekend. If his team keeps working like this, it will be really difficult for his opponents to overtake him.
Did I choose that it's always clear weather? No, it's random, yeah. As it is supposed to be in career. So we'll see, maybe this one is gonna be a wet race. Circuit de Jerez. I think I know that circuit pretty well as well, so let's try it with 120. But I think the AI is gonna be quicker around here. Circuit of the Americas, they are not so quick in some corners. So we managed to win that one, but probably won't be able to win here.
Hello and welcome to the Jerez de la Frontera circuit. Just a few more minutes before the Moto3 race at the Spanish Grand Prix finally begins. The weather... It was a long weekend for the Moto3 riders, but just a few moments to go until the start of the Spanish Grand Prix. These riders know it will be vitally important to take the first curve perfectly.
I really like how these circuits look in this game. It feels a little bit though as if they are a bit too wide, the circuits, but that might just be an illusion because I'm riding a bike and not a car. Almost went on the grass there. I have less practice on this circuit than I did on Qatar. So it's gonna be much more difficult probably. I used both brakes this time. I was very late on brake there. Wow. He didn't see that coming. My line choice. So you don't want to use too much curves. It slows you down. That was a bit wide on the exit, but we managed to take all the speed out of the corner. P9, so now it's gonna get tough here. Got a little bit of speed wobble there in the rear. Using the first gear. That was not a good line. See, that front group is pulling away. Oh, very late on the brake. Too late. That front group looks really interesting. I wanna get in there in that fight. Okay, that was cheating. I've set the rules to lenient, so there's no penalties. I think that might have been a penalty otherwise. Oh, he missed me. Tough corner, you're going in like 4th gear and then down 3rd gear. Big crash on the ground. Tend to use the brake too late here. Need to look far ahead to where the corner exits are. I mean, it's the same principle as in car racing, of course, but line choice is so important here. Going a bit wide again. I think I'm slowly catching at least one guy here. It's a bit too late on that direction change. Got compromised my exit here. Oh man, we could have such amazing fights if I was in that top group here. That was a good one. Getting close now. Nice, we're getting there. Yeah, 4 laps to go, 3 laps. ran into him. But yeah, this is where this game really shines. These close fights, I do really enjoy them. Maybe someday I'll be good enough to have these fights in MotoGP and not only Moto3. But yeah, really enjoying this AI, as I said before. They have a couple of issues, but overall can have some really good racing. And that's, you know, the interesting part about MotoGP, also in real life. These amazing fights the riders have on the track. It's so close, so many overtaking maneuvers. We're not used to this coming from car racing. I'm losing my focus here. Oh man, amazing battle here. Wow, so intense. We're up in P3, guys. Don't mess it up now. That was almost a crash over the grass here. You see the guy coming back? Amazing. Oh, that was late. Very late on the brake indeed. Could only salvage that by going off track. Oops. That's the wrong button. Making too many mistakes now. Got only one more lap to go after this one. Don't think able to catch top two runners. Pushing really hard, overriding the bike. Hello, Marco. And everybody who's new to the chat, I hope you're doing great. Hope you're enjoying this stream, whether or not you are into bike riding yourself or not. Obviously most of you are more interested in car racing, so am I, but I have to say I really enjoy this game. Sim, whatever you want to call it. Don't think it's on the level of simulation like we are used to in our car sims. Milestone isn't exactly known for doing the most hardcore complex simulations. Hello Roland. Oops, I hit the wrong button.
When will neural artificial intelligence be coming to Race Room, Greg?
Square? That's a good question. Maybe we need to hire some Milestone people. But they actually also hired a third-party developer to work with them on this AI. There's a video on YouTube where they explain how to make the AI, but obviously it's a lot of marketing PR talk. But it's actually quite interesting. the results, I mean, fair enough. Sure, the AI is a bit weak at corner exits. It's a bit of a shame that the qualifying times are so completely off of what the AI is performing in the race, which makes qualifying a bit pointless. Oh, we have one more lap. But yeah, to answer your question, Square, we don't have currently any plans of changing the Raceroom AI code. Always doing tweaks to the AI, of course, from a car-to-car basis, class to class, but the code is really good, I think. It's just it needs some time being spent on getting the AI opponents to work really well with each different car. It needs to be changed. And you unfortunately don't have unlimited time. Who is that Square Scout? Would you happen to know? I heard you like squares. Hey, thank you, Vincent. It's been a while since I've reached 10k, but then I also had like a little break of doing videos and streams. And YouTube is very unforgiving when it comes to that. YouTube really wants you to upload regularly and stream regularly. It rewards you by showing your videos to more people if you do that. But
while Parc Fermé starts to fill up with the stars of the race, we're going to take a look at the Moto3 race final.
I just do it, you know, for fun, streaming and YouTube in general, so I don't get too hooked up in the numbers. Pretty sure that was you, Scout, the Square donation, wasn't it? There's not many other people who are calling me Greg these days either. Hi, Attila.
Making the podium is always a positive result, but it's also true that this rider could have gone further today. It's definitely a result, though, which bodes well for future races.
You need to send me your PayPal address, Scout. I need to PayPal you back for the nice hut that you did. I'm looking forward to show that off on stream once you've done the last polish to it. And of course release it. So what's next? France. That is Le Mans, isn't it? It is. It's the Bugatti circuit version of Le Mans. I might need a little bit of practice here actually. Let's do qualifying. Because I don't know that track too well. Haven't done it in this game yet.
Hello from Le Mans, France. The
It
first
is raining.
qualifying session is about to begin. It's going to be a real battle getting through to the second phase. The weather is downright inhospitable for racing. Unfortunately, temperatures are pretty low, and the rain that has been falling for a couple of hours now.
I saw a little bit of blue
no
sky there.
signs of letting up anytime soon.
I knew it was
Yes,
you.
it was me.
Of course it was. You're very, very kind, Square. Thank you. Come on, you're toying with me. You know, I can just look up your email address, right, on PayPal. So whoever the mysterious donator is, I'll find out. Yeah, let's go to track. Let's do a pit start.
There is movement in the pit. The mechanics are preparing the bike and the rider seems very focused. We'll see if he can improve his time.
Seriously? Maybe the scout donation was you, Martin, but the square donation, I'm pretty sure was scout. Now you're getting me confused here. Shame it's all autopilot in the pit, but we're used to that, aren't we? Same in Formula 1 game. Ooh. Can I increase the traction control? No, it's on max. Step 4. I'm just waiting now for the next donation to come in that says Martin Pader something, and it wasn't him. Yeah, rain is a lot of fun. It's a lot more tricky. Oh, that braking point was beyond good and evil. Wow, lots of wobbling. I need to get used to that track. Don't really know this version so much. I remember the DTM raced here a couple of years ago. I don't know when Le Mans is coming to race room. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Le Mans, but I know many of you would like to see it. Oh, he's going even slower than me in the rain. I can move the face cam, yeah, if you want to see the HUD. But I might just...
It's shaking big time.
It wasn't
It
me,
wasn't
really.
me, really. Smiley face.
What the hell, guys? Let's see here. How's this? Would this work for you? I can't move it to the left because I have the chat there, and that will just interfere. But this should be all right. Again, thanks to the mysterious donators. Really appreciate it. Where did my mouse go? There it is. Oh, that was too late on the brakes right there. You see, I don't know this track so much. That means we'll probably have a sketchy race on this one. But it's okay, we're doing pretty good in the career so far. Let's see how the AI performs in the rain. If they're more competitive or less competitive. I think they might be more competitive from what I've read on forums. So we'll probably not finish in the top 5 here. I'm also probably gonna use a couple of rewinds. Yeah, trying to stay off the curves, but I need to learn my braking points. It's so weird that there's no brake markers. Don't they have brake markers in the MotoGP series? I would find that very surprising. And if they do have them in real life, then what is Milestone thinking not adding them? It's such a big help when you're trying to find your braking point. Oh my god. that's a tight corner. First gear to that last section. Was that even the right direction I went here? That did feel right. Okay, let's do one more lap or two, then we'll jump into the race. So we're going, okay, not quite flat up here, then that's down to second gear. That might be first here in the rain. But then again, first gear you don't have very good traction, so let's keep it in second. Then we're going down here, that's looks like a third gear, no, that's closing, so that's also second gear here. Easy on the power delivery. And then that's another second gear corner over here. Too much wobble. I wonder if I should short shift more. Let's go down to first gear and then on the exit we'll shift up. Okay, not quite the line yet. Yeah, the RPM meter is it's looking old school indeed. Proper wheelie. Need to go down. There you are. You can't really loop out of the wheelie though. I guess you would have to lower the anti-wheelie aid, then you can probably loop out. Oh. It's like staying in the wheelie very easily. It's not much to it really. So supposedly this AI is actually learning while riding. It's like machine learning neural AI. But that makes me wonder, do they get better over time? The more I play the game, do they actually learn and remember the things they learned for the next time? I don't think that's how it works. Engine brake a little bit down, maybe that helps in the rain. Oops. But yeah, I noticed the AI is going slower in the practice and quality sessions, but in the race they are pretty good. Oops. That was too much brake applied there. Also used the rear brake, which didn't help. Okay, we'll finish this lap then we'll go into race. Oh my goodness. I need to go much slower in this corner. Rain effects are looking pretty good. Let's see how it looks from cockpit. Yeah, there's a little additional droplets on the windscreen. Not that great looking though. I think the Formula 1 games still look better in the rain. No brake hard, because in real life, but none of the circuits here have brake markers. But yeah, maybe that's not a thing in MotoGP. It's weird. Finding the braking point is literally the most difficult thing in this game. That's why there's a driving assist for auto brakes. Not using that one though. Aston has them. You mean in real life or in the sim, in the game? I'm guessing in real life because I've not seen them in the sim. Maybe Aston did have them. Maybe I'm wrong. Real life, yeah. I don't see why they wouldn't use that. Okay, I think we got some idea at least to how this track needs to be ridden. Don't think we'll do very good in the race though, especially not with AI at 120. What did I do? Did I quit? That's not what I meant to do. Let's go straight into the race then. Yeah, I also quite like the game. It's
What's going on, race
good
fans?
fun.
We're joining you from the Le Mans circuit.
I
for
find the
live coverage of
MotoGP
Moto3
bike so
race
difficult
at the
though,
Grand Prix of
so
France.
I'm sticking to
There are some
Moto3 and
impressive
2
crowds
at the
here
moment
today. Despite the rain, you can see
until I get
going
better.
down. A reminder that this is always a popular event. A few more minutes and the Moto3 race will be...
Okay, let's see what we can do.
French Grand Prix. The riders are spread out on the grid. The light will soon go out and the Le Mans race will begin.
The Moto2s are sounding extreme. Super high pitch, super high revs. I'm not an expert on motorcycles, so can't really tell you what the difference is. Is it different strokes, engine? Probably. Okay, I already overshot the corner. Wow. Need to be patient on the throttle in the wet. AI is going for it again. Oopsie. Wow. It's quite difficult to avoid these wobbles though. 3-cylinder engine, yeah. It sounds crazy. Very high pitched. Hey! AI. That was the cheating line right there. Amazing. I love these close fights in MotoGP, especially Moto3 and Moto2, but on a good race Also MotoGP. I also like Formula 2 more than F1 sometimes. Races are more entertaining in a lot of cases. Careful with the throttle. Alright, we're into the top 10. That's not too bad. No. Okay. Got a good exit though with that line. Do I watch the Blancpain GT? Occasionally. I'm not really following it that much. I'm looking forward to the Spa 24 hours though. Definitely gonna watch that. Oh, Jesus, that corner, I haven't quite figured the line out. I have to say I do watch GT Masters, you know, the German championship, more than I do watch the Blancpain series. More digestible, you know, short 1 hour races. How long are the Blancpain series races? They do multiple ones, right? Short one and the longer one? Wow. Looks really good how the rider is moving on the bike. Very nice. P6. Top 5 is doable. 5 more laps. Oh, that was actually not a bad line, but on the limit right there. Yeah, Le Mans is coming up this week, isn't it? Cheating. Is that a penalty? Might get a time penalty for that. See the red exclamation mark in the HUD in the top right? I think that means penalty. I'm not sure. Yeah, Le Mans coming up. Maybe I'll do a Le Mans sim race, like 2.4 hours. I already wanted to do a Sebring race in Assetto Corsa with the Sol mod, but then I never got to it. Maybe if I can find the time to do a 2.4 hour race of Le Mans in Assetto Corsa 1 with Sol mod, that should be quite interesting. I think I have to relearn the circuit. I drive Le Mans once per year, and that's in Le Mans week. And I'm not a big fan of the circuit, so I have to do some practicing for sure. What other games do have Le Mans? There is Project Cars that has it. iRacing, but iRacing is only multiplayer. Don't feel like doing the real 24 hours. Yeah, I know you can change the riding style, but does it actually affect the handling or the way the riding I mean, is it just visual? I thought it was just a visual only thing. R3E shortly, Le Mans, probably not. But who knows what the future brings. But to be fair, R3E is not the best platform for Le Mans racing at the moment. With the lack of dynamic weather, and we also don't really have the Le Mans prototype cars. We have a few of them, like the Audi, but it's a very old model. And we have prototype 1 and prototype 2 categories, but they don't really have much in common with what is being raced nowadays in the prototype classes. And unfortunately, those prototype classes we see in Le Mans this year, they will not be around for much longer. At least the prototype, the LMP1s won't. LMP2 is probably more likely to stay. But they have these new hypercars coming to Le Mans, which I'm a bit skeptical about. Sound like glorified GTEs to me, but I might be wrong. Might have a misconception about that. We'll see when they get there. I do like the LMP1s though, but unfortunately they will be gone soon. So yeah, Le Mans and prototype racing, it's a bit up in the air what happens with the WEC in the future. Wow. Holy shit. Losing my concentration here, doing all sorts of wild things. Yeah, driver change is also something I would like to see. I would also say it's more important than weather, but it's not easy to do. We have only a very small team, so we'll see what we can do in the future. I would love it to be a thing in the future, driving changes. What I can promise is that Wisdom is very committed to producing the best sim racing title they can, and they will continue to do so in the future. So lots of things can happen still in the future. Just because it's currently not in the works doesn't mean it will never show up. So we will see, we will see. Oh my god, that corner. Just can't get it right. Yeah, I'm also really glad to see how Raceroom has developed in the last few years. And it also shows in the user numbers, you know, getting more and more popular as time continues. Unlike other games that are just being played when they come out and then they very quickly lose their users and then they move on to the next product and cycle continues, or repeats I should say. In that sense, it's we're not the traditional game developer like that produces the title and releases a patch 2 and then moves on to the next one. Race Room is very much a long-term project that will continue to evolve. A bit like iRacing, I guess you could also draw that comparison. They have been at it for a while as well. R52, although I haven't seen much features being added to R52 lately. But maybe I'm just not up to date. They probably added lots of improvements. I guess progress is slow for any sim developer. Although I think iRacing has quite a few employees, don't they? Unos as well. They have grown massively in the last years. And deservingly so. I mean, they have done a really good job with AC1. Had lots of success. We'll see what they do after ACC. I would be surprised if they weren't working on AC2 already. Or maybe AC2 is gonna use whatever was developed for ACC. Probably that's the most likely scenario. Although many people don't seem to be enjoying ACC as much as AC1, but to some degree that's of course due to the modability of AC1. But I think some people also would say, and count me into that group of people, that AC1 just felt better in general from a simulation perspective, a pure driving experience perspective. So it would be a shame if that was lost completely with the new tech in Competizione. But yeah, I mean, there's lots of people who really enjoy it. Who say it's their favorite sim title ever. I can't quite understand how anyone could say that, given that the physics feels so laggy. But different people have different priorities, I guess. And I would also guess that some people really drive the cars on that degree of the limit where you can actually feel those lag issues. If you're driving below the limit, it's not really that much of an issue. It's just really when you're on the edge of the car and overdriving the car and getting into trouble and going sideways and having to correct. That's when you really feel that the connection between the car and you is not really there. At least that's how I feel about it. R52, I haven't driven R52 in forever. So I really want to give it another try sometime. When is Le Mans coming out for R52? Is it coming out before the real race, or is it further in the future?
This rider's doing an
that might be a good time to
the results show it. The next step
give
is fighting
R52
for
a
the
try.
results that matter, and it looks like he's on the right path.
Nordschleife is also a thing I'm looking forward to in R52. But I think that will be a while before that circuit is out, judging by the latest working progress images we saw. Oh yeah, so I did have a penalty. I haven't checked actually. So yeah, I did cut a corner or two, right? And I said that might have been a penalty. So I haven't actually finished in the top 15 in this one. But looking on the leaderboards, we're still leading by 20 points, 19 points. Easy peasy. Well, it's funny that they announced the track, what was it, a week ago or two? with the Le Mans race being this week, it would be really good timing if they released it now. Haven't they done the same with Sebring back then when they released it? Wasn't it timed with the actual Sebring race? Makes sense from a marketing perspective. I mean, R-Factor 2, I was a huge fan of R-Factor 1. But R-Factor 2 never really did it for me. I bought it when it came out, day one. But it was just didn't develop in the direction
Moto3 race is being held in the hills of Tuscany, where we're now transmitting from the starting
with mods
grid,
and everything,
seems
you know.
ready. It's always difficult
Assetto
to predict the
Corsa 1
results
has
of a
pretty much
Moto3
taken
race,
over the
but the
modding
riders we're seeing
market.
right now definitely seem to be the favourites.
So it's another case of be careful what you wish for, you know, the modders asking for protection of their mods and stuff like that, and then they get it and they can't work with it. They don't want to spend the time figuring the system out. Assetto Corsa 1 on the other hand, it's super easy to mod, so everybody is just putting the same circuits over from R-Factor now into AC. Yeah, it is easier in AC. Yeah, good point, moving chicane. They did the same with the Monaco, so I don't remember what the last post said about Le Mans, if it mentioned anything about how close it is to release. But I think we might just see it this week. Because I think I've read a tweet from one of the track artists that he said that he can now finally go back to a regular sleep rhythm again, so implying that he's done with the track, so it can't be that far away, and would make sense to release it 2 weeks after the real race, so maybe we'll just see it this week, in which case maybe that's a good time to get back into R-Factor 2. They have a nice endurance pack. What does it contain prototype wise? I think it's LMP2 and then LMP3, right? And they do have the GTE cars and GT3 as well, so there's no there's no LMP1 though, in stock content at least. There probably is a mod. The Enduro Racers modding team, they have a mod out for R-Factor 2, don't they?
Not long to go now until the
I heard
Italian
mixed
Grand
things
Prix
about
here in Mugello,
their
one
physics
of the
though.
most challenging and spectacular tracks in the entire
Okay,
championship.
we're in Mugello. Really like this track. This should be an interesting one. I do know this track pretty well. Let's see what we can do. AI difficulty is still at maximum 120%. Going around the outside here. Full wide here. Yeah, these chicanes here, that's really challenging the change of direction. You really need to time it right. See, I was too late here, missed the apex. Like these corners, what are they called? Arrabbiata. Arrabbiata 1 and 2. Sounds like a pasta recipe. Okay, almost in the top 10 already. I think the next chicane we can gain a lot of time if we time it right here. Oops, okay, that was a bit too early. I don't think I've got a penalty for this one yet. So, super long straight here. I think it's the fastest track in the calendar. MotoGPs are crazy here. If you go north of 340 kilometers per hour. But yeah, going back to the Le Mans topic, I think Assetto Corsa 1 with soul mod is actually quite a good option because it looks really stunning. I don't know about the quality of the Le Mans track mod for Assetto Corsa 1. Last time I checked it, it wasn't the best, but also not looking shabby either. And with the soul mod and the day and night transition, I think it would look really good. And I do like the selection of LMP1s, LMP2 mods, GTEs and GT3s. Can pretty much make a nice Le Mans grid in the AC1. Man, that leading group is far ahead. Oh wow. Not sure if we can catch up with those guys ahead. Kilometers, it's like 100 kilometers slower than the MotoGPs in top speed. Wow, this guy's putting up a fight here, it's nice. Yeah, I don't think we'll catch the leaders here. Maybe if I cut the corner. Again, too late here. Is there any way I can cheat here to gain time to catch up? I don't think so. If so, there might be one in the first sector. AI is really good going into the corners, but really bad coming out of the corners. Or maybe I'm just choosing a very different line than them. Rather than Breakfast AI. Breakfast is also quite fun, single player. It's been a while since I drove that one. Or if you mean that this AI is crashing a lot, I don't think so. They are definitely they are not afraid of trying to overtake you. But in most cases they just get on your inside, but then they're compromising themselves way too much coming out of the corner, so it's usually not really a threat if they try to overtake you. Love these two corners, they're amazing. This would also be a really nice circuit in a race room. I prefer this one over Le Mans, to be honest. But yeah, I would prefer many circuits over Le Mans to appear in race room. Motorhomes coming to breakfast. Wow. That line. What is that line? Now he actually made it work. There's the neural AI learning. But how come he's so slow on the straights though? It's a different bike. I would change bike, mate, if I were you. What do you mean by motorhomes coming to breakfast? Oh, you mean like mobile homes? You know, like trailers and stuff. Didn't they already have trailers? There was a mod, I think. I'm using a Xbox 360 controller, wired version. Feels really good. Controls are really nice in this game, to be honest. Yeah, caravans, exactly, yeah. I think there was already a mod for that. Yeah, breakfast is pretty fun. But I get so frustrated if the AI crashes into me. I mean, that's the name of the game in breakfast, but maybe I'm using it wrong. I'm using it like a racing game. I bet multiplayer would be fun. If you can somehow agree on some kind of rules, because just getting crashed out and doesn't sound like too much fun. Okay, let's get this guy back on to P8. And then I think we'll wrap it up after this race, guys. It's been fun. We had a couple of really good, nice fights against the AI. If you did enjoy this game on the channel, then make sure to leave a like on this video, and I might continue the career in the near future. But obviously I know most of you guys are not so much interested in the motorcycle games. But But yeah, the TT Isle of Man 2 game coming out in 2020, that announcement took me by surprise. It just came out before I started the stream. I really wonder what they're gonna change to the game. They have to do a lot of improvements to warrant another game. I mean, the track's the same. What would be the reason to buy it again? They have to do something significantly different, and I bet they're gonna do VR. As one of the things. Maybe, yeah, hopefully some physics changes, because I didn't like it too much. I mean, it's okay, but in TT Isle of Man, I think it's way too easy to low side, to lose the front wheel. Feels odd. But it was a fun game. I do still drive it sometimes. Recently done it in VR using the Vortex software. It's really quite an experience. Update the graphics a bit and call it a new game. I don't think they can do that. I mean, who would buy it if that's the only thing they did? I mean, literally you're buying one track and a bunch of bikes, and you already bought it once, so why would you buy it again? I made the mistake of buying Formula 1 2018 when it came out. I already had Formula 1 2017, and I don't think 18 had anything worthy of or justifying a purchase. I don't know why I bought it. There's this like press interaction with the media that is new in Formula 1 18 over 17, but that's really not something I care much about. Of course, I am a big Formula 1 fan, and having the latest cars is a bonus. And the changes from 17 to 18 were quite significant with the introduction of the Halo. 18 to 19, I don't think much has changed in the look of the cars. But now they are including Formula 2 in F1 19, which might be a purchase reason. What else? They have like automatic replay highlights. That's nice. Okay. P8, how does the FFB feel? There's a bit of rumble. Bit of rumble in the controller.
Let's take advantage of these moments to take a look at the Moto3 final ranking.
Yeah, Isle of Man in real life is crazy. Unfortunately, there was another fatality again this year. But they have them every year, so it's not really a surprise anymore, is it? But it's a tragedy nonetheless. But I hope Isle of Man will remain in the world of motorsports, and they will not stop doing it. I mean, it's the rider's choice, you know. They know what risk they're taking, so it's their choice if they want to ride there or not. Nah, I'm not using automatic gear. I'm shifting myself. I've no driving assist enabled. The only thing is the rewind. The rewind feature, I keep that activated because it just makes sense. If you make a small mistake, you don't want to restart the race. Nice, I would love to see Isle of Man in real life. That must be amazing. Like, there's videos on YouTube of the spectator view, and they're literally sitting right next to the road with the bikes passing at 200 miles per hour. It's insane. I was really happy when they announced the game in the first place. It was the first time we really had a TT Isle of Man, like the complete track in a game, as far as I'm aware. Maybe there was something on the PlayStation, right? Did it have the full track? And of course there's the Grand Prix Legends mod, but Grand Prix Legends is not on my hard drive anymore. Never been too much into GPL. And you really want to ride a bike on TT Isle of Man, not a Formula 1 car. You were shocked that I was a smoker. Well, I'm not a smoker anymore. Now vaping. Yeah. I would be even happy if they would just add a car to that game. You know, there was this Subaru who did the record for cars on the Isle of Man. But then again, car physics and force feedback in kiloton games. I mean, the WRC game is not so bad actually. I mean, it's not a hardcore simulation, but the cars make enough sense for me to be able to enjoy it. I'm actually also looking forward to WRC 8. There's a bunch of new stages there. Like more than 100 stages in total. And the stages are really, really awesome in that game. And they have historic cars as well, and physics improvements. I'm really looking forward to that. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, let me know if you want to see more MotoGP. Might do another stream in the future. Leave a like in this video if you want to see more. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.